again, it just tells the story of it's the evil and the ugliness of people's hearts these days is everywhere.
This is Franky Rose's Think Tank. Here's your host, Franky Rose.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to the Think Tank. We are going to jump into this right now. Stephan Stern has been charged. Couldn't ask for anything better. So let me jump. I had boosted myself up. How far do we go here? Because there is going to be...
Shout out.
Sorry to do this to you. Back a little bit and we're off.
And if you were with us here in the morning session, you know that it was basically a no-show for suspect Stephan Stern, as the court appearance that was expected this morning turned out to be a whole lot of nothing because of course, Stern's not appearing in court, the court feed never really becoming available, and the trial being pushed back to...
Okay, so I'm going to pause this. We are waiting right now for an update, a press conference. Boom. So I'm going to go back to setting this up because I was not ready for this. Little under the weather, ignore my, just ignore me, you know, damn, we couldn't have better news. We could not have better news. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. So I have a couple things to get ready here, settle in, grab a coffee. Okay, so now, are we going to hear anything about Madeline's mom? Okay. Son of a biatch, you guys. Okay, I have to send this out because I am just... I'm freaking out. I couldn't be happier, you guys. I could not be happier. So I'm going to put you over here. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. I think we hear them coming. Oh, that made my day, you guys. That made my day. Oh, Lordy. They should be there anytime now. I've got 3 of them up waiting for, here we go.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. Today, the Kissimmee Police Chief and myself are here to provide an update on the death investigation on 13-year-old Madeline Soto, who was reported missing back on February 26th of this year and discovered dead 4 days later. I know the community and the media have been anxious for us to give an update on this case, and this is an opportunity for us to do that. For the last 7 weeks, 7.5 weeks actually, The Kissimmee Police Department and my office have been working closely to go over every piece of evidence that we could gather in this case. It was a voluminous and a lot of evidence to get through during that time, but we were successful in getting through it and making sure that we were able to provide the best case we could. Today, we're announcing that Stephan Stern has been indicted by the grand jury on first-degree murder for the killing of Madeline Soto. We presented the case to the grand jury. They returned an indictment earlier today. There has been some questions as related to the length of investigation. I can let you know again that my office and the Kissimmee Police Department have been working diligently in making sure that we've had every opportunity to get every piece of evidence that we could. I want to thank the Kissimmee Police Department and their tireless efforts. They've done an amazing job in the heavy lift that we've asked them to do, as well as the prosecutors that have been assigned to this case and making sure that we got every piece of evidence reviewed and gathered in this case. While death investigations usually take around 5 to 6 weeks or longer, we were able to get this one done relatively quickly and get the case to the front of the grand jury, like I said earlier today, to return the indictment against Mr. Stephan Stern. The death penalty in this case, we have not decided to what decision we're going to make in that case. We're going to continue those discussions going forward, and we'll let you know again when we make that decision as to whether we're going to seek the death penalty in this case. I want to thank the grand jury for their hard work and their efforts in making sure that we're making this first step in seeking justice for Madeline Soto, for her family, and so this community can have closure in this case. The defendant will appear at initial appearances, probably the next day or two. Then the case will proceed down its normal path, and we'll try to keep you abreast of how the case is moving, as well as you probably ask us questions to make sure that we are providing that proper information to keep you abreast of how the case is going down in the normal path of the criminal justice system. I'd like now to introduce Chief of Police Betty Holland, and for her to provide comment.
Damn. Good job.
Thank you, State Attorney Mr. Bain. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank the investigators and the other agencies that assisted us in uncovering the evidence to move forward with this case. We know this case has gained significant public attention because Madeline had just celebrated her 13th birthday and was just a child. The evidence shows an individual that was entrusted to keep Madeline safe made calculated moves to dispose Madeline's belongings and place her body in a wooded area before she was ever reported missing. For the 4 days following her disappearance, the entire community was actively looking to find Madeline safe and alive. Tragically, on March 1st, Madeline's remains were found. Our detectives have worked tirelessly to piece together the events leading up to Madeline's disappearance and death. With the collaboration of the state's attorney's office, we prepared the case for the grand jury that was heard today. The grand jury determined that our department secured enough evidence to obtain a first-degree murder indictment. We appreciate each grand jury member for their careful consideration. We want to thank the diligent work of the state's attorney's office, the medical examiner's office, and our other law enforcement partners who assisted with this investigation. Your expertise and dedication were instrumental in uncovering the truth. The indictment signifies a crucial step forward in our quest for justice and a testament to our commitment to honoring Madeline's memory. We will now take questions. Right, I'm going to defer to the state's attorney.
Good afternoon. Although an indictment has been returned this afternoon, it is still an open and ongoing criminal investigation. So much of this information cannot be disclosed until Mr. Stern's attorney, if he does so, elects to participate in discovery, and then all of you in the media know how to go about seeking information through public records.
Not that we've uncovered. State Attorney?
Again, all questions about the facts of the case are not subject to disclosure because of public records laws at this time. Once his attorney participates in discovery, then you can make public records requests through your normal channels as you do in other cases. At this time, the only person being charged is Stephan Stern. And again, this is not over. There is an ongoing investigation to uncover more evidence, and therefore we can't comment. There's going to be the same response on any question about the facts of the case. Through the facts of the case.
So with any death case that is reviewed by my office, when it's determined to be a homicide, we have to look at the statutory aggravating factors that are laid out in our Florida law. Once we've determined that we have sufficient evidence to prove those factors to the proper evidentiary standard, then we had to have to talk about whether this is a death penalty case. And that's a discussion that we're still going to be having for the next couple of weeks to make sure that we're making a legal decision that's appropriate in this case. I'll leave that for Mr. Will.
Cannot comment on whether Mr. Stearns has been doing anything. He has counsel. And as far as plea offers, no, there are no plea offers made on the open case. You can address that question with the indictment that should be on the clerk's website if it's not already.
I'm going to have to defer to the state's attorney.
Again, any question about the facts of the case, it's going to be the same answer. Once his attorney participates in discovery, the public records laws change, and you all will be able to get a lot of that information. As far as the 60 counts that are already filed against Mr. Stearns, that is solely involving Mr. Stearns as a defendant. Not to those 60 charges.
The family working with the investigation.
It's an ongoing investigation. Can't comment on who's working with us.
Okay. This will be the last question. I'll let you get that in. What was it?
It's facts of the case. Can't comment on it.
So thank you all so much for coming out today. If you need this gentleman's name, it is Will J, W-I-L-L-J-A-Y. He is our homicide unit chief for the state attorney's office for the 9th Judicial Circuit. Thank you all so much for coming out today.
Okay, I got the documents. Just give me 2 seconds here. And we'll go over them. I looked and they were there. Happy days, guys. Happy days. Make sure I got the right
Boeing's
one.
broken safety culture. We expect Boeing CEO to appear before us to tell the American people why the promises made.
Sorry, guys. We'll just get rid of that noise. And we'll put this up. Okay, I'm going to boost them up so everybody can read them with me. And all righty. In the name and by the authority of the statute of Florida, the grand jurors of the county of Ocala duly called, impaneled, and sworn to inquire a true, present, presentment. Hold on. Yeah, presentment. I'm just like, ah. Okay, so make in and for the body of the county of Ocala, upon the oaths do present that Stephen Michael Stearns on or between the 25th day of February 2024 and the 27th day of February 2024 in said county and state did, in violation of Florida statute, from a premeditated design, oh lordy, premeditated design to effect the unaliving of Madeline Soto, a human being, unlawfully deleted. Premeditated, you guys. You know what I'm going to say. First degree M are the charges. Defendant Stephen Michael Stearns, date of birth April 25th, 1986, 6'2", 220 pounds, black hair. Look at how big this bastard is, eh? And we've got the investigating officer, Mark Morris. That part of the paperwork isn't shown. Still in Kissimmee, Florida, has the address. That'd be where his stuff would be. Well, I doubt very much now. Was going. Wouldn't it be interesting to find out went through that mailbox? Let alone everything that is done in the dark on the internet. You guys. Oh, my word. Oh, la la. Yes, I know. So do you guys want to see? Let me just check and see what JB's got. And if it's just JB and no one else speaking out, we won't look. But if it's JB, the same old footage, nothing new, we won't bother. Hola. So now we'll sit back and see if Mama gets nailed. What do you guys think? And do you think that this is going to end up going far and wider than it has already? Oh my God. All right, guys. Well, there's our update. We knew it was coming. We knew it had to be coming. So now let's put that same positive energy in getting that mother of hers figured out and put these monsters up to trial if they can make it without hurting themselves like they most do. Let's see. What do you want to see? Yep. What do you want to see? What do you want to see, Mexi? Do you want me to bring that document up again? Oh, the bastard, eh? Oh my God. What do we got here? Okay. So he remains in custody. Let me just take a look here, friends. Oh, there we go. Wait and see what happens with the mama. Right? I think her ass might be grass. So I'm just going to look really quickly here and see. He remains in custody at the Ocala County Jail after he was arrested February 28th on unrelated charges. So He voluntarily turned his phone over to law enforcement during the search of his girlfriend's for his girlfriend's daughter, including SA and child P and child SA material. Oh. So of course now this was back then. They're saying that he was the prime suspect, charged with all of those. We did go through. There's a playlist. I'm so hyper. And yeah, we went through all of this in pretty much detail. So check it out. Check it out. He is nasty. So let's see here. With this being a complex case with many facets, our work is not done, and we are continuing our investigation into the timeline leading up to Madeline's passing. So he's originally scheduled, granted a continuance until April 24th, if that doesn't change. And then the other one was August 19th, if that doesn't change. Okay. According to the state attorney's office, battery on a child under 12 is a capital felony and punishable by life in prison. Okay, Orange County Sheriff John Mina said she never made it to school that morning. It is believed that Madeline Soto was actually unalive already on Monday morning, and Stern allegedly moved her after disposing her backpack and the school's laptop. He dumped those in a dumpster in Kissimmee. Madeline Soto was found March 1st, and this happens to be where somebody seen him or pretending, one or the other. We're not quite sure how that works out, but he was allegedly or was changing a tire. So was he pretending so he had a reason to have his vehicle parked, or was he just a dumbass and went into a field where yeah, where he got tires popped, because he's not a brainwave. So they got him, guys. They got him. Pretty much everything that I am finding, we've already gone over. So couldn't be better news. He didn't bother showing up this morning for court. So zap. So do I. I hope she has nothing to do with it as well. Mom shouldn't feed you to evil. Timeline doesn't make sense though, Jen. There's problems, right? There's problems. Unreal. Right. Yep. No, definitely a mental midget. You bet. Yeah. That's probably not even acceptable these days. If it's not, I apologize. So yeah, there we go. I was just looking. There's really nothing else for us to go over. And we got through the documents. We've seen them explain what was going on, and he's going down, still open and still searching and still investigating. So hopefully, if there's anyone else involved, they go down, 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 down. Bye.